What's up guys, Grim here. I've had a lot of requests from people asking for my healing spec on my Cleric, and currently I'm running Sentinel, which Sentinel is the standard healing spec in Warfronts. That's the one that usually you're going to do the most healing and have the most success out of. And in PvP, Sentinel is the way to go. It's nice to have a Defiler as a backup and stuff like that, but Sentinel is the main healing spec in PvP Warfronts, and that's what you want to run. So people have been wanting me to make a video of it, and here it is, guys. So let's go into the soul. Now, I'm going to put the link to a website. That way you can see the soul a lot better on a website rather than trying to squint your eyes into this video and see exactly where I put my points. But I'm going to read out where I put my points anyway, but there will be a link in the description below. Alright, you put 61 points into Sentinel. You put 15 points into Purifier, which some people mix up the second and third souls. Like some people don't go Purifier, some people don't go Warden for a third soul, but this is the standard. This is what most people run, so it's probably what you want to run too. Alright, in Purifier Tree you want to put 5 points into Spirit Guidance, 5 points into Intensity, 5 points into Searing Heat, and that's your 15 points. And then you will put 0 points into Warden, which Warden will be your third soul. Alright, let's go into the macros. Which I've got the macros kind of jumbled up here, but alright. The first macro we'll go through is the small heal one. And this will, well, it will cast a small heal and a decent size heal, which is your healing breath. I made up these macros myself, so other people might have ways that they like doing it, but this is how I do it. And these are all mouse over commands. So if you've got your raid frames here, take for example, you will just mouse over somebody's name and you can hit the button and it'll heal that person. And if you do not have your mouse over that person's name and say you're just running around, somebody's trying to kill you or whatever, you can be hitting the heal spells and it will cast at you instead. If you do not mouse over somebody else, it will cast at you. So it'll keep you healed. Alright, here's the macro. I'm not going to read it out like I normally do because people have requested me not to do that. So I will put the macro on the screen and in the description below. All the macros will be in the description below. Alright, the second macro we will go to is this one. And it is a big heal. It's one that a lot of times gets spammed as well, but it's very mana intensive, so be careful on how much you use it. And the third macro will be this one. This is a macro that I made for the purpose of popping cooldowns if you've got to rush out a fast heal. A lot of times people are taking damage really fast and the small heal just will not keep up and the big heal is too slow. So what you do is you pop a couple of cooldowns and you start healing that person or yourself, and it will spam a big heal on that person or yourself very fast. Alright, let's go to this one. This is another of the heals that's specifically my panic button. This is what I cast if somebody's targeting me and I'm going down fast. I will spam this. I will take off running and spam it. I will stand on my own and spam it on me. It's just basically a way to heal myself and put a shield on myself, and it's my panic button. It's the way that I get away. Alright, and now we go on to the cleansing macro. Now if you use any kind of specific raid frames like me, I got it to where it will turn the person's name into a different color whenever they need to be cleansed. So I'll just mouse over and cleanse each person as needed, or else you can just spam the button by itself. Alright, let's let's see here. Then I also have Flame Lance on another button. That way that I could hit people if they're going for a flag or something, but really, you shouldn't be hitting anybody. It's purely healing, and your DPS will absolutely be terrible. Alright, and then we got Torch, which this will put a shield on people. So if you want to shield up a few people before you go out into the war front or whatever's going on, it's a pretty cool spell to have. I don't use it very much, which is probably a problem, but and then I've got Urgency on another button, which increases my movement speed. It's all about getting away, guys. Alright, and let's see here. Alright, this one is it's another kind of panic button, but it's a full heal. Now, full heal as in so much of your health gets healed to the person, so to say. So if your max health is 21,000 or 20,000, let's see, do I got a mouse over for it? Yeah, it restores health equal to 100% of the cleric's maximum health. I believe that's 100% without buffs or whatever. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I know that if I cast out myself, a lot of times my health doesn't go all the way up, so there's other factors in it. Not real sure. I'm sure somebody can put in the comments below exactly how it works, but it's a very good heal. It's an awesome one if you're running and you can't stop to do the big heals because so many people are on you. Pop that puppy there and it will heal you a lot. Alright, let's see here, one of my CC buttons here. Okay, I use Flash of Radiance on another button, and it pacifies all nearby enemies for 8 seconds or until damaged. If a lot of people are on me, I hit that and I take off running. Alright, I got Resurrection macro. Where is it? Did I pass it up? Yeah, right there. Okay, this basically allows me to mouse over somebody's name that's dead, and I can resurrect them. And it will bring the fallen ally back to life, restoring 50% of health and mana, usable in combat. So it is a battle res. Alright, and another button that you will definitely need is Reverent Supplication. And what that does is it restores 5% of mana each second over 10 seconds. If you are spamming your big heals like the Crucible, you will run out of mana very fast. So it's pretty normal to always go into restoring your own mana. And then Vigilance. I've got this here. I don't really use it too much, but I probably should be. It's your choice whether you do or not, and it's a mouse over macro. So what it does, it restores a lot of health to somebody that's below 20%, or if they get a killing blow in the next 15 seconds. So it's pretty good heal there. I just don't use it as much as I should. And as you can see, I put a lot of the cleanse macro there. That way it's very apparent if I'm not looking at the raid frames that I need to be cleansed. Say it throws my name somewhere else in the raid frames or something and I'm not paying attention too much to my debuffs, that will be a lot of cleanses lit up and needing to be used. So it lets me know that I need to use my cleanses. Alright, and the buffs that you will be using will be Faith Rewarded, Healer's Blessing, Marked by the Light, Sign of Wrath, Wisdom of the Ages, Heroic Resolve, and I like to throw this one on me, that way it's constantly ticking heals at me, Light of Redemption. A lot of people like to throw it on other people. I prefer it to keep me alive. So because I'm usually the person targeted in PvP. So that's your main buffs. Of course, you got your guild buffs and all that, planar buffs. And so to play this spec, let's go ahead and do some moving around. Alright, say that's the person that I'm needing to heal and they're kind of low in health. So I will constantly be spamming the, well, I need to mouse over the person's name if they're in a raid frame. But I can sit there and heal them with the small heal over and over. Well, if it becomes apparent that they're getting kind of low, but it's not drastically fast damage, it's just that they're getting low, let's go ahead and throw a big heal on them with the second macro we got there. So the first macro is if you want to spam small heals and keep them, you know, kind of topped off, or they're not needing immediate attention. Now the big heals are whenever they need the immediate attention. As you can see, I just casted that big heal a couple times. You see my mana go almost to halfway. So it's a big mana eater. Okay, say that they're taking a lot of damage really fast. So you want to pop that third macro there that will cast the big heal just like your number 2 macro does. But your third macro will pop your cooldown so it speeds up that heal. So watch how it goes. See how fast that cast bar is? Bam. That's a lot of healing really fast happening. Okay? And of course, if I start getting hit, I can pop the number 4 macro and it'll heal me for a ton and speed heal myself as well. So that's a lot of your main buttons right there. Of course, you will be cleansing a lot. Make sure that you keep everybody cleansed, because if you see somebody is got something, they have something on them that needs to be cleansed, a lot of times you don't know exactly what it is right off the bat. So your other healer that's helping you keep everybody alive, he might be stunned or something like that over there. You need to cleanse them as much as possible. Keep them active and keep them without dots and stuff on them. So that's the main things right there. If you get in a lot of trouble, be sure to hit your full macro, your full heal. If somebody is about dead and your normal heals haven't been keeping them up, pop that big heal on them. It will save their life a lot of the time. So that's basically it. And of course, if they die, make sure to res them. You know, mouse over their name and hit your res button there. And as you're spamming all these heals and stuff, and you're having to cast your big heals, see how fast the mana goes down with them big heals? Got to be careful with it, because if you're getting in a lot of combat, you might be casting this big heal a bunch of times in a row. Well, now my mana is really low. Go ahead and hit your Reverent there and start getting your mana back really fast. So that's how to play it, guys. If you're playing a healer, make sure you stay behind your team. Don't go up there and face tank everything unless you're using some kind of strategy, as I did in a recent Warfront, that my guildies were on the opposite team. They fell on the opposite team, and I was up there basically letting everybody hit me, because clerics are so hard to bring down sometimes, and unless you're CCing them. And so I was just standing there and everybody was hitting me and I was healing through it, all the while my DPS was just nuking their entire team and killing them all. You don't normally want to do that though. You want to stay behind your team, stay out of focus, keep everybody healed up, and if you get silenced or something, go ahead and use your break free if you need to. You know, if you get stunned or something and somebody's going to die, hit your break free. It will remove the silence or whatever and allow you to get back to healing, but it's always a risk. You know, if you use your break free early, you might not be able to use it on yourself whenever you're in trouble. So pick your battles wisely. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow.